Hello everyone, welcome to another Java Basics video. In this video, I'm going to be solving questions from 3 onwards in our Java Basics practice problem set. So the first question we're going to handle is the simple calculator. We're going to create a basic calculator program that takes two numbers as inputs, as strings, and convert them to doubles, then allow the user to perform addition, subtraction, multiplication. And I'm going to change this to and just, see what happens, okay? And we're gonna do all of those, okay, and we're just gonna print the result of that, all those operations. So here we go. First and foremost, we're gonna do a system.out.println, and we're gonna prompt the user to input two values. So enter two values, okay, and then we're gonna use our scanner to help us assign values to our string. So we're gonna say string value1 is equal to sc.next line. I'm going to copy that over, and we're going to have a variable called value2 and use next line. That's going to help us grab values from our console. Okay, so the next line is a method that helps us grab data, anything that is typed in here, like so. And after we press enter, we can set it to a variable of our choosing. And that's what we have done in line 11, line number 12. And this is all possible because we have imported scanner. And we have also created a scanner object so that from the scanner object, we can use a method called next line. Okay. So now what we have to do is convert our data to double. So what we have is a string. We have string variables of value1 and value2, but those variables, since they are string data typed, I can't do arithmetic operation. Therefore, I need them in some sort of a numeric data type. And in this case, the question asks us to convert to double, so I'm going to have them change to be a double value. So I'm going to say num1 is equal to, a double of num1 is equal to, and we're going to take a double, and we're going to go parse double to help us change these value that we got in these two lines into a double variable. And since we're going to do the same thing, I'm just going to copy that over and change that to num2 and value2. Now I have two new variables where I can do my calculations. And if you wanted to, for sure, you can just output all these, the addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and just have them on a system.out.println. But just for fun, what we're going to do is say double. We're going to say sum is equal to num1 plus num2. We're going to say double the subtract or the difference is going to be num1 minus num2. We're going to say double the product is going to be equal to num1 asterisk num2. That is the multiplication operator. And then we're going to go double and write quotient for the result of a division, say num1 divided by num2. And then we can go system dot out println. It's going to be, I'm just going to say we're going to go sum space, and I'm going to copy this one over. We're going to play difference, copy, product, and quotient. We should have a little space there. You know what? Let's put commas there as well. What we're doing is we're doing some string concatenation where we're adding this type of pattern in between each of the answers that we got for addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. So I'm just going to write a extra print system out statement here. The results of the operations are as follows, and we always want to have semicolons for those to end our line of code. And let's run this program and see what happens. Oh, I'm missing a concatenation operator there, so let's try running that again. System.read. Oh, sorry, not system.read, system.in. Here we go. All right, I'm gonna enter two values, 10 and 2. So if we're to add them up, we get 12. If we're to subtract them, we get 8. If we multiply them, we get 20. And if we divide them, we get 5. And there you go. That is our simple calculator where we read two values and we were able to add, subtract, multiply, and divide, just as the program asked us to do. Okay, for question number 4, we're going to be working on string concatenation, where we're joining parts of a string or many strings together. In this program, we're going to write and have the user enter their favorite color and favorite animal as strings, and then we're going to use string concatenation to form a sentence. So let's have that. We have our scanner ready. We have that imported. So what we're going to do is the following: get our input. So let's get their favorite color as a string color, and what we can do first is say system.out.println, enter your favorite color. Okay, let's make that into Canadian spelling, and we can say that that's going to be the result of a next line method, and then we're going to go system.out.println, enter your favorite animal, semicolon there, and we're gonna go animal sc.next line, like that. And then in our output, we don't have to do any like crazy processing. If you wanted to, you can create a string variable called message. So actually, let's do that. We can go string message is equal to the following. We can say that your favorite color is plus color, and then we can go plus comma, it says right here. I'm going to copy this, and your favorite animal is we're going to put a space here, plus animal variable, and then we're going to do a nice little plus and give it a little period at the end and semicolon. So right now what I have created is a really long string, but it's going to output your favorite color is this, and we're going to insert the variable color there, and we're joining these two strings together. And then when that is joined, we're going to join animal to this string and this string as well, and we're going to get one nice little long sentence. Okay, and so to see that, output it to our screen. We're going to go print our message. And then we can just print the variable of the message if you don't want to write all that down inside your println. But it would have been perfectly fine if you wanted to add that inside here as well. So let's run our program. So I can say my favorite color is pink and my favorite animals are raccoons. I think there are two C's. Yeah, I forget how to spell raccoons, but it's okay. It's not a spelling class. Okay, so it's going to output your favorite color is pink and your favorite animal is a raccoon. Or I should have said raccoon. All right, so there you go. We have learned how to insert variables into strings by using the concatenation operator, the plus symbols, right? And you're going to be very specific about where you put your white spaces as well when you're joining strings this way. Okay, for this program, we're going to try to calculate their age in days. We're going to assume that every day has only 365 days a year, and we're going to get the user to input their age as a string, and then we're going to do some calculation. So here we go. We have our scanner ready. We have it imported, and this is how we're going to code this program. First and foremost, we're going to ask them to enter their age. So, and then we're going to say that string input, let's call it input, is equal to sc.next line, like that. And then we're going to do our string to input integer conversion, which is we're going to say int age is equal to, we're going to take the integer and we're going to parse int. Oh, actually, this P should be lowercase because Java is case sensitive. We're going to do a parse int of our user input that we grabbed on line number 11. After we have that, we're going to do a processing. If we know that there are 365 days in the year, and if age is like how many years they're old, We can say that the day age is going to be equivalent to taking age and multiplying that by 365. So it will do that calculation for us. And then our output section is going to look like the following. System.out.println. We can say that age is considered the age many days, and then I should have a little space here. Get rid of that S, put a semicolon, save our work, and let's run our program. So I'm going to enter my age of 31, and it's going to be, well, I should have a little space there. 31 is considered to be 11,315 many days. That is a lot of days. So I'm just going to put a little S there. All right. We can have very controlled output if we wanted to, and we're going to learn how to do that when we learn something called conditionals. But there we go. That was our program in age in days. All right, in this program, we're going to be calculating the area of a triangle. So this program is going to take two values, the base and the height, and we're going to use the formula that area is equal to half of the base multiplied by height, and we're going to get the calculated area. So here we go. So we're going to do our input statements again. And it seems like I did not set up my scanner, so I'm going to set up my scanner. So we're going to create a scanner object, call it SC or whatever you like. And I set that equal to new scanner, which is going to take an argument of system.in. With that set, I can also say that system.println. We're going to say enter the base and height. I'm just going to do it all in one go so that we can get a string of input1 to be sc.next line. Oops, a string input 2 equals sc.next line, like that, and then we can do our type conversion. We can say that since we're doing some multiplication by a half, I'm going to use double. I'm going to say that double of our base is going to be the double parse double of input 1, and then we're going to copy that over and call that height for input number 2. All right, so now we have our base and height. We can do our calculation. So we're going to call that processing. Calculate the area by saying we're going to take 0.5 multiplied by the base and multiply by height, and there shouldn't be any bed mass issues because we're just doing straight multiplication. Okay, and then we can also now do an output and say that system.out.println. The area of the triangle is plus area and do a semicolon. Okay, we're going to save our work and run our program. And we're going to enter the base and height now. So we're going to enter a base of 2 and height of 8, and the area of a triangle is 8. That makes sense because if we were to half the 2, we'll get 1, and 1 times 8 is 8. So we will get the area of the triangle being 8 units squared. Alrighty, so we're going to be solving the very last problem in this worksheet, which is the quadratic equation solver. And we're going to be taking 3 inputs of a, b, c from the equation form of ax squared plus bx plus c. And we're going to assume that it all equals to 0 so that we can solve for our x's. I've written a very, very haphazard way of writing the quadratic formula where x is equal to taking all this divided by 2a, and the inside is negative b. We can do plus minus of the square root of b squared minus 4ac. So we will have that solved, but as always we need to write our scanner. So we're going to say scanner is equal to sc, and we're going to say new scanner of system.in, and we have it closed down below. Now we're going to do our triple inputs. So we're going to say input, we're going to say string, let's say input 1 is equal to sc.next line. And then I'm going to copy that over 2 more times, like so, to get our A, B. So we're going to say A, B, C. And then let's write a little good prompt here saying, telling the user what to do. So we can say enter the value of A, B, C. I'm going to put a semicolon to end that. And then we're going to do our data conversion. Okay. So we're going to go into our data conversion so that we can say that a double A is equal to a double, capital double here, parse double. And we're going to be parsing the value of input 1, semicolon. Since we're doing that repetitively here, so we're going to go copy that over and do that to input 2 and input 3 so that we get our value. Let's do our calculation. For our calculation, we want to bring this one over. Was our formula. So we can say that, well, there could be two potential answers. So I'm going to say double of x1 is equal to, first and foremost, we're going to go negative 1.0 multiplied by b, and that is this portion right here. And also we're going to have this division of 2 times a, which is right here. And since we're working with double, I always like to give him decimal places just for our sake. And then for this one, we're going to say we're going to do the plus of math square root. And what are we square rooting? Well, we're going to be square rooting. Let's say we're going to have to do math dot power of b squared. Okay. If you don't want to write that, you can also do b times b. And we're going to subtract that with a subtraction of 4 multiplied by a multiplied by c. And now I've closed the square root bracket, and I know that I also have to put all this together like that so that we can do our top portion first, then divide it all by 2 over a, or 2a, sorry. And then my x2 is going to be the exact same, but just taking a subtraction here, and don't forget your semicolons. Okay, so let's do our output. We'll say that our output goes system.out.println. Our zeros are, say system.out.println of, let's say, x1 plus x2. And let's see what happens. Let's save our code and run. Okay, so I'm going to enter the values of 1, 3, and 2. So our zeros happen at -1 and -2. And let's double check that. So we're going to go to Desmos, graphing calculator, and we're going to say y is equal to x squared. Oops, how do I do squared here? X, oh, we can just x 2, oh, it did it for me automatically, plus 3x plus 2. And if you notice, our zeros are occurring at -1 and -2. So there you go. That was our solutions of writing a quadratic formula in Java. All right. That we cover a lot of questions and we solved a lot of questions, but these are considered still basics. But I really appreciate that you watched this video. Okay, so, and if you are having trouble, I do recommend that you slow this video down or pause and try on your own and see what the differences were with your code and my code to correct your mistakes if possible. If you had any questions, you're more than welcome to answer me. If you had any questions, you're more than welcome to ask so that I can give you a good answer. But regardless, thank you for watching and stay classy.